Hello everybody. So today we've got another mail day video. I won't show you the top because it has addresses on it, but this was shipped all the way from Wayne, who is Pokefun Boys, and I've spent the last 6 or so months trading with others, winning cards, but also from using some Pokemon websites that I've mentioned one in the past, which is box.gg, but there are a couple more that I have been using to help work my way through building my collection for specific sets. And I'm happy to say that I am much closer now than I've been in quite some time. So we are just gonna get right to it. And I'll explain a little bit more as we go. The sites that I use and which ones I use for different reasons. And the perks, the pros, and the cons to using these sort of sites. Okay, so I got 3 ETBs here. One is just full of top loaders, and 2 are mainly full of slabs. So this one is the heaviest. I want to say this one is all the top loaders, so we'll go through these ones first. But I'm very excited about this. I've been working pretty diligently to build up this collection. I've kind of been sitting on it for quite a while at Pokefun Boys. Huge thank you to him for just holding on to these and making it possible for me to be able to do this sort of thing. So let's see what I can get out without mucking it all up. That was a giveaway from Wolf Lady. Amazing lady right there. Super generous. Trade from Kelly. Now these, I think most of these are going to be hollow energies that Wayne holds on to. Okay. So, pretty promo. I'll hold on to that. I've started slowly accumulating promos. So, these right here, all Japanese. I got all of these from a website called epicpulls.gg. Now that site, mainly it's a site like Boxed where you can purchase gems, or through a lot of patience get free gems where you can spin virtual boxes and get real cards. So these are just some of the cards that I managed to get from Epic Pulls. I wanted to have the full EX, like the regular EXs. I wanted the full one, and with seeing how the prismatic pull rates have gone, I decided it was much easier to try and get these in Japanese version, because I don't really care about languages. So these, I would have to say, these are all energies. Thank you, Wayne, for packing those in for me. I love using them in my binders to separate my sets and collections. So all of these have come from, I believe Braviary was a trade, but everything else came from box.gg, which is another site where you can win gems, you can buy gems, and then you use it to spin virtual boxes. Now, box.gg mostly works in English, but they also have different TCGs. So they have Lorcana, They have One Piece, they have Magic, and they have Pokemon. They also have CSGO, but I don't really know too much about that area. So these are some more that I got from box.gg. These are to round out my collection as far as illustration rares. So I've been working on getting these illustration rares from box.gg. Instead of spending money opening packs, I'm able to spin boxes, and the cards that you don't want, you can sell back for gems to spin boxes again, or you can even trade them. Now, I'll talk a little bit more about the trading aspect when we get to the slabs, because they do have slabs. Now, these I got from Epic Pulls. They have a Terrestrial Festival box. They have a couple of them, and one of them treated me very, very well. So I managed to pick up several of the SARs. That's just a few of them. To round out my collection. I'm only missing a couple more that I'm hoping to arrange in a trade. This is from Boxed. I'm not big on either of the Pokemon, but I really like the tag team setup, and I love the artwork. So this one I was thinking about putting up for trade, but then ended up really liking it. So that's from box.gg. Now all these four I got off of Epic Pulls. So in total that you've seen so far is I have 6 of the 10 evolutions from Terrestrial Festival. And we've got a lot to go. Oh, there's another one that I got from Epic Pulls. So that is now 8. We're up to 8 SARs. And I was really lucky with the box that I was spinning. It worked out really well that I ended up getting a whole bunch of the ones that I wanted. And of course, these ones, more illustration rares I got from Boxed, a trade from Kelly, and that's such a pretty card. I thought about trading this one, but then decided probably hold on to it. The value will most likely go up. So all of these came from, well, these came from Box. This one came from a trade with Wayne, PokeFun Boys. And then as you can see right here, this one came out of PokeFun Games that I traded them for. And then Arbok came from box.gg. Let's put this like that. Easier to pull cards out of. Now, this one was a number 5 that I pulled from PokeFun Games. Here is the Charizard promos. Oh, you guys can have that. I don't collect those or use them, but these are all 3 of the promos, which interestingly enough I did not have, but they were 6 that I won in PokeFun Games, and of course, as most people know, 6s you have to take. You cannot continue trading them. And then Wiki, I traded Wayne for that right before I had him ship me out. Mesprit, Mincino, and then Cressel, Excadrill, Flamigo, Hop, Blitzel, Tinkatuff, Skyla. Now these are all from Boxed, and I love how they send them in top loaders, because I save all of my top loaders for trades and vintage cards. Dana, I'm super happy about. I traded Wayne for that one. And then these are a whole bunch from box.gg that this one, before the price spiked in this, like right after it was released and became available on box.gg, I grabbed this up when it was maybe $30 or $40 in value on the site, and now it's just jumped up so high. So I'm so happy about this one, about grabbing that one up. And then Iris, I love the waifus. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time organizing all of this into my binders. This one was from Epic Pulls, the Eevee and Snorlax sticker. And then these are more from box.gg that I've had at Wayne's for so long that I have almost forgotten like everything that I got from him. And this is the last card I needed for my 151 illustration rare set. So I'm super happy about that. That's finally complete. And as you can see, this one I got from Wayne in a trade. Oh, Espeon GX. I'm super happy about that. I can add that to my evolutions. And all the rest of these. Oh, this came from Epic Pulls because it is Japanese. And then the rest of these all came from box.gg. I don't think I have any dupes here. I hope I don't, but it's having so many of these cards for so long, things kind of get lost. These are more from box.gg. Now, what I do is on box.gg, they have this new feature and it's called the Forge, where you can create your own box so others can spin it. And if they do spin it, you get a commission. Now it's easy to just make any sort of box, and for the most part, they can be okay, they can be good, but for the most of the time, they're actually terrible. Because people just create whatever they want as super cheap boxes that have really hard or really bad spin rates, so that the chances of you actually getting a decent hit are slim to none. So in the very beginning, when it was first coming out and I knew it was coming out, I started planning and making notes about different types of boxes that I would like to see and that I think would be popular. And a type of box that I created, there's boxes on the site that are called hunt boxes. So they're usually quite cheap boxes, and the hits in them are really, really expensive. Like one's called the Moonbryon box, and obviously the biggest hit in it is a Moonbryon. But it's really, really hard to hit, but it's a really cheap box to spin. So lots of people spin it all the time just for that slim chance to be able to get it. So what I did is I created a box, and all I did was just doubled the odds of your chances. So if something had a 1% chance of hitting, I made it 2%. And I created a box like that, and it was called times 2 odds Moonbryon. And it became very, very popular. Lots of people spun it and still spin it to this day. So I ended up getting a lot of commission from that box. And that helped fund me spinning boxes without having to actually spend any money. So that worked out really well for me. And like I've pulled back from boxed recently just because it takes a lot of effort and time to build relationships with the people there. And as new updates happen, you know, some people are happy or unhappy about the changes, especially if you were in box like a very long time ago where you've seen the changes, and some are good and some are bad. So I've pulled back on it a little bit because it's taking too much of my energy to try and maintain that. But maybe one day I'll jump back in and be a little bit more active, but for now I'm taking a step back. Now, I mentioned before that I wanted to talk about trading with Boxed. And this is a unique thing to the Boxed website compared to other sites like this, is that they're the only ones at the moment that allow you to trade your inventory for either other cards or slabs. So the slabs that you're going to be seeing here are all slabs that I traded for on box.gg. So these packs, ignore these packs. I got these in a giveaway from somebody else. But as you can see, like most of these slabs I will be cracking and putting into my binder to help complete my illustration rare collections. Obviously, you know, some are going to be Japanese, some are going to be English, but I grabbed these when they were a very decent price compared to just the market value in general for a slab like this, but also in comparison to the English version. Now, I know some of these Japanese cards have skyrocketed, so maybe it might not make that much sense for me to crack like a gem mint 10 of the Tyranitar, but I'll have to do a little bit of research into that. Like an 8.5, yeah, I'm cracking that. They also have these certified authentic cards from CGC that you can pick up from their trading section on box.gg. So I sold some cards when the boom was just starting, because I'd rather have some money than just shiny cardboard sometimes. But I also knew that some of the cards that I would be selling away, I'd have a good chance of being able to pick them up on box.gg through their trading system. So these picked up another one of these because the other one I had I sold. These are going into my Evolution set. And then also this one, I knew I would never get this in English. It is hard to pull and it is so ridiculously expensive that when this jumped up, like when I had the opportunity to grab this, which is cheaper than grabbing a slab, I jumped on it. And now I'm laughing because the prices are just going nuts. I don't know how long that's going to last for though, but we'll see. And then LAW-Lyss Sparkle, it's a 9, so I'll be cracking this and putting it in my binder because I'm missing this card. So, and then some of the sets that I got, I have Paradise Dragona, and then Shiny Treasures. So, yeah. I don't know if I'll be ripping these packs just because there's no cards in these sets. Like maybe a card in this set, but the chances of me actually hitting it, like I might be better off just keeping this in my sealed collection, which I am actually proud to say I'm starting a sealed collection, because I'd say maybe a year ago I couldn't keep anything sealed. I'd rip it. I couldn't help myself. I just wanted to open packs, but now that I've gotten to the point of my collection where it's filling out quite a bit just from my patience and hard work and diligence building up my collection through these different means. Yeah, things have been going quite well. Now, these two are actually for a friend of mine who has his own vintage collection, but what he is working on doing is replacing all of his holos of the original 151 Pokemon, all the holos from those, so that would be Fossil, Jungle, and Base Set. He's trying to get them in first edition holos. So these came from box.gg, and I'm going to be cracking these and putting them into his binder for him. But, you know, like, look at the grade. Like, there's almost no point in keeping those in a slab. So I'll be cracking those for him. And then this was another one that I had sold, so I worked on box to get it back. This artwork I just really love, so I grabbed it. And then, of course, Evolution. I'm gonna grab that no matter what. Groudon has been jumping up in value, so I'm really happy about that one. I got it in a PSA 8, so worth it. And then EVGX. He's such a derpy little Eevee. So cute. And then for the longest time, I actually didn't know about this card. I didn't know it existed. So when I saw it in a slab for a reasonable price, I was like, I'm picking that up as soon as possible. Infernape, CGC 8, as you can see, crack that. PSA 8, crack that. And then Astro Radiance, this is another one that I sold, and then I grabbed a slab of to replace the one that I sold. So all of these slabs, except for maybe 1 or 2 of them, I'm going to be cracking and putting them into my binder. The Japanese Tyranitar might not be worth cracking. It depends on the value right now. I haven't looked in a while, so. But yeah, that is my mail video. So you can see this is 6 months. 6 months of diligent hard work, and yeah, it's a little crazy, and I'm gonna be spending the rest of the night putting all these top-loaded cards into my binder, and then also cataloging them, because if I don't, then I'll forget that I have them. But thank you for joining me in all this craziness, and hope everybody has a wonderful night. Bye!